Shimmer DK, wide receiver from Florida, Home Squad Sports.
This is Jacob Harris, and shout out to Home Squad Sports.
Hey, it's Jake Brenningstool with Home Squad Sports.
This is Seth Hennigan here with Home Squad Sports.
All right. Home Squad Sports got a special edition here. Special guest Jackson Roper joining us here shortly. Offensive lineman, big recruit out of Colorado, Cherry Creek High School, trainee of 6-0 Academy. Dalton,
big recruit,
absolute stud. Your Gators aren't getting you.
I know.
Down to his top 4. You're not getting.
It's okay. I was gonna try to convince him today, but
it's okay. So, like you said, top 4. Man, got studs in here: Oklahoma, Alabama, Ole Miss, and A&M. He went to A&M camp.
Yeah.
MVP offer. Then it was just like kind of domino effect.
After
then he
that,
went, bam, Alabama, bam, Ole Miss. Oklahoma's already on him. Like, they're on a guys from 6-0. He's pretty much along the list of guys they're looking at, but one of the best, 6'5" there, 285. So absolute stud here. We got Jackson Roper joining right now. Congratulations on everything that's going on, buddy. And we're so happy to have you on, brother. How you been today?
I've been great. It's a good day. Well, a little early morning workout at 6-0 and did a little bit of golf, and now I'm here. I'm excited. Thank you guys for having me.
No problem, brother. Yeah, like you said, hey, golf. This is as a golfer. So he was just telling right before on stream that this guy he hit like 5 pars in a row, right?
Today, yeah.
So
last 5 holes, man.
All right, so golfer too. Nice, love it. Okay, that'll open up some opportunities down the line for you. Get you some. Maybe have a football players golf tournament down the line.
I bet he hits it far too.
Yeah. Oh my God. What do you drive it, Jackson?
I don't really know. I haven't measured, but we'll see. I mean, a little bit. It's a little good.
Yeah. It's somebody's backyard.
I got you.
All right, brother. Well, happy to have you on, like I said, and I found you through who you're trained by at 6-0 Academy, which is a mecca of offensive linemen at this point. I mean, this place is churning out guys left and right. You guys like Trey Zune that's coming out, Drake Nugent. We've seen guys like Connor McGovern. We've seen a lot of guys, as new, Deacon Schmidt, Brett College,
yeah.
And now we have Jackson Roper to add to the long list of 6-0 guys who's going to be making headlines for a long time to come. How's it feel to kind of see your name finally get out there as a recruit?
It's been great, and yeah, that's the Dungeon family. So I've loved it. It's been really good, and obviously Coach McChesney has helped me a ton with my recruiting and just getting me on the map. He knows everybody. He knows guys, and just pushing me in the gym and stuff. It's been great. It's been really good.
I agree. I'm right there with you. I think he does a heck of a job of pushing you. Dalton, want to get you a couple questions, and he's from Colorado.
Right.
We kind of have a debate on pronunciation. I want to get you to clear this up. Is it Colorado or Colorado?
I say Colorado.
Okay.
Colorado.
Okay. I love that. Now,
All right.
Any questions for our big man here?
Yeah, man. What's your favorite part about the 6.0 program? 60 program? What's
6-0?
6-0
Academy. Yes,
Academy. What was your favorite part?
So honestly, I went in and I didn't know too much about football itself. Like obviously, I knew the physical part, but I think a lot of what it has to do with is the mental aspect of the game. It's hard, especially in the trenches, offensive line, defensive line. It's hard. So, like I said, he pushes us and he develops us mentally as young men to be able to handle that in the trenches. And I think that's the biggest part for me is becoming mentally tough. And then also like film and different things that you not always do with your high school that we do in there and work on and just preparing me for the next level.
All right, I like that.
I agree. Now, I want to get your thoughts here, like on 6-0. If anyone's not familiar with Matt McChesney, you're probably familiar with guys, he's trained. Like we have a long list of guys here. It's hard, man. Like you said, you were up at 5 a.m. this morning, right? Working out.
Yep.
And it's funny because you've been doing this. This is not new to you, right?
No, ever since I joined second semester of the school year, sophomore year, 5 a.m., 3-4 times a week.
3 or 4, okay.
Get it in there, and then so going to that, and then going to workouts with the school, and then school day and practice after. So yeah, long days, but it's it's been really good for sure. It's good work.
I agree. Now I was gonna get some footage here. I was like, okay, I got to do some deep digging the footage of him working out. But guess what? I didn't have to dig it long at all because he was up at 5 a.m. this morning, and we got video of it.
Until after the 4th, let's compete. Time. Break. Good job, both of you. Left side. Good. Control. Ferocity. Aiden, use your hands. Roger. Left tackle on you. Time. Good job, Roper. Brody, left side. And then Aiden, right side. And then I want Kane next for the young guys. Ready. That last two, Jackson, finish. Hands, Roper. Time. Good job, Brody. Both of you, that's an excellent rep. Last one for Lee. Hey, I see you going after his hands. That's what I want. Good job. Last one. Down, down. Louie. Finish, Rope. Hands, Lee. Hands, Lee. Time. Break. Good hands. Get him out. Good. 8, 3, 2 on you, Rope. 1, 2. Pop. Faster. Pop. Pop. Go. Get out there. Time. Break. That's it. Good.
And then here you are at camp. We'll go ahead and pause this real quick. Man, like I said, 5 o'clock this morning, out there getting it in one-on-ones. He ain't, you got homework at night, but doing one-on-ones before you ever even, have school is crazy, brother.
That is crazy.
Yes, sir. Yeah, but that's one of the biggest parts of getting in there for me was being prepared for the camp season. And I feel like I did a really good job showing, and so especially one-on-ones, and that's huge part to that is doing those one-on-ones every Wednesday morning and going against great guys here in Colorado from a lot of schools.
I agree. And like you said, Cherry Creek's going to be your first year at Cherry Creek, where we're really excited to see what you do, man. Like you said, you're kind of new on the scene there with the 6-0, but you're racking up offers big time. We're going to see you play big time football. Your mom and dad's going to be able to pull you up on the big channels to watch you play every single week. Like they're not gonna have to buy some ESPN
Peacock.
Plus, ESPN Peacock Plus package. You're gonna be on with the big dogs, brother. And I want to get your thoughts and let the people know on what's the environment, because we know we played ball. I played in the trenches like you did. What's the environment? Explain it to someone who doesn't really know in 6-0 and just how that is every day.
So waking up, it's like, man, do I really want to go today? Do I really want to do this? And it's mentally challenging. Like I said, it's hard, but you go because I love the sport and all the guys in there love it. And you get there and it's a hard environment for you because he's pushing you and you can only push yourself so far. And Matt takes it a step further, almost 2 steps further every morning. And it's been great. And you can see the results through all the guys there as he really brings it out of you and he brings the best out of you. And honestly, that's what he wants is he just wants the best from you. And he wants you to give your best every morning. Yeah.
Every morning. And not every just morning. Every morning at 5.
5, yeah.
And I mean, dude, it's crazy. And like you made up a great point, bro. He coaches hard, but he cares harder. And he loves harder. And you want to be coached hard. I think a lot of the kids your age, a lot of your new generation gets a bad rap. That's kind of like these kids are soft, whatever. No, what I have come to see, especially guys from 6-0, I mean, you guys want to be coached because you know what it takes. There's no cutting in these corners. You can cut corners on Instagram and make your posts, but you can't cut corners when it comes down to these trenches. The game's changed a lot of ways, and you can't really hit the quarterback that much. We can't tackle that much, but the game hasn't changed too much in the trenches.
Yeah.
You have to be a dog then. You got to be a dog now. And, he gets you ready for that. He played in the league, for people that don't know, played in the league for 6 years, played offensive line and defensive line in the NFL.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Both sides in the league. So it's pretty crazy,
that is
man.
Wild.
You're learning from the best. I think he's one of the best in the nation. Now, obviously, you have a big decision. Obviously, a big elephant in the room. It's on the screen. Oklahoma, Ole Miss, Alabama, and A&M. You started racking up these offers. You won MVP at A&M's camp, right? O-line MVP?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Man, and we have footage from that right now. I want to get your thoughts here. I think we have this is A&M camp here first. You are actually, man, and like you said, you're doing one-on-ones at 5 in the morning. This is stuff you do every morning, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you can
football,
see it.
So much about football is muscle memory, especially with line. And you got to be pretty much desensitized to every situation in football, every down and distance. And that's the best thing about Matt McChesney. He does really good work on the board. So when you get up to that line and you're at College Station, you're on the game field and there's everybody watching, do you just go back to what you learned, that morning or 2 mornings ago at 6-0?
Yup, it's muscle memory. And honestly, the biggest thing for me is I love to compete. I love to compete in anything. So I get there and I'm excited. Like I'm waiting for the one-on-ones because I love it. And it's you versus the other guy. That's another thing that I love about the trenches and specifically this sport. It's individual battles that are won, and my job is to dominate the guy in front of me, and I love it. It's exciting.
Exactly, and keep your quarterback jersey clean. So, that's just the number one part. We seen you're playing tackle. We seen you're playing guard at these camps. I paused this video right here because not a lot of people know, or a lot of people go to camps that actually you get to wear helmets at. I see you're wearing a helmet here. Is this at Alabama's camp?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, you're a dog, so I think I know the answer to this question. But for the people, would you prefer this type of camp with the helmet, a little gear on?
Yeah, I would. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a little defense can get a little rough. I mean, they just throw kind of bull rush, throw their head when you're not supposed to. But no, I like it because people try to throw hands to the face. And
Yeah.
so
I've seen it in camps all the time.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then you see guys get worked up and stuff. But I would get mad if I lost, but obviously, everyone does.
Yeah, you
but
can't
if I'm
win every
going
night.
against a Jackson Roper, I'm not going to get too mad because, bro, you're out there really making it look easy. Like your footwork's amazing. Like you never over lunge. Your hands are always moving toward your defenses. They're going to be taking up time with their feet, trying to take care of your hands and knock your hands away. And bro, it takes time. A long time to get through a Jackson Roper block, and that ball's probably been out 2 or 3 times by the time anyone ever gets past you. So
He's locking them up.
It's crazy, brother. It's crazy. I got a couple more questions for you, then we'll pass it to Dalton. We covered the Senior Bowl this last year. We were there all week. We got to see 106 players get, future NFL players, see them every day practice. So it's really important to go to a program that's going to try to get you ready for that next level. We all know that. What's the biggest thing that's going to be kind of playing in your decision, to make to that next level? I want to get your thoughts on that. And 2-part question: do you want to play maybe guard or tackle, or do you have a preference at next level?
So schools that I'm looking at, one of the biggest things for me is I want to have a home. I want to feel wanted and have a home. I don't want to I don't want to do the transfer game, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to go some of the smaller schools. Hey, you come play your first year and then you transfer, and that's not what I want to do. I would rather go to a school with good opportunity and develop under good coaching, and then be able to play when it's my time. So for that, really, I just want a home and want good coaches who in a good environment as a team. And then second part of the question, what'd you say again? Is
At your position, like I see you're working at guard and tackle. You're 6'5". I mean, we see the offensive line. Obviously, you are the biggest on the field, but it seems like every year we're seeing guys get taller and taller, play inside. In my opinion, we're seeing 6'4",
6'8" this year. A couple guys.
So you're 6'5". So you can easily play guard at this new era that we're in. Are you wanting to play guard or tackle, or do you even have a preference at the next level?
So what colleges have told me is I'm kind of like in between. So honestly, at the next level, kind of SEC Big Ten ball, I'm probably interior. So I'm probably guard. I've even taken center reps and snap.
Okay, nice.
But I can slide at tackle. I mean, but like you guys said, there's some big kids now, some tall kids.
Big guys.
There is, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think you're gonna fit wherever you go. Like you said, depends about scheme. You're a big ball of clay, brother. You can go any which way. We can put some weight on you up top. We can just go ahead and try to get you to squat a semi truck. I mean,
Yeah.
I think if I was a coach, I'd be really excited.
Good frame.
We see a guy that you're at the trainer with 6'0", Deacon Schmidt. He's getting looks at even at center. We see Brett Colajay is definitely getting some looks at center, which he looks like he's going to be a prototype center. But like I said, you can go guard or center or tackle. I think it's going to be sky's the limit for you, brother. And we're really excited. Got a couple more questions before we get you out of here. Like you said, big decision coming up. Want to give you the numbers. I'm sure you're aware. Have you gone on any unofficial visits yet?
So all these camps, I mean, you do the camp, but then it's kind of an unofficial visit after. I go with the coach and I have a great meeting with him. Been lucky enough to receive a few offers, and then I kind of go on a tour of the school and see some facilities and stuff. So I would say all the camps I've really gone to, I've gone an unofficial visit at.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's a good point because recruiting's changed so much since when me and Dalton played.
Oh yeah.
We were in the age where like DMs were like first starting to get like normal, like kind of a normal thing. But mail was still like a huge thing. Like getting letters was a huge thing. But I know it's changed so much, and for the better though. I'm glad you guys are getting paid and being able to reap the benefit of your hard work because brother, you put the hard work in every single day, and I think a lot of people that know the process know that this isn't really a big deal. It's small money in relevance of what you're trying to get to and the level you're trying to get to because Coach McChesney doesn't coach you as a high school player. He coaches you as a college player.
No, sir.
Would you agree?
Yeah, no, he's full college, and that's his goal for us. Is he always says it's not to get there, it's to stay there and to play well. So where the goal is not to go to these big universities, the goal is to go there and stay there and dominate. And he trains us like that.
Exactly. I agree, brother.
That's
why I wanted to get you on because, man, I really respect what he's doing. It takes a special kind of person to want to get kids better and put them in a better position. And I really respect what he's doing and what you're doing, bro. I mean, there's so many kids that aren't working out at 5 a.m.
Like, what time you got to get up to get there, Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. How time does your alarm go off?
So 3:30 in the
Oh
morning.
my god.
Oh my God.
That's not the morning, bro.
Dude,
That's night.
I'm up at that
I
time.
wake up.
3:30 at night.
Dude, that's crazy.
Oh, because especially school time, I got to get my stuff together. I was
Right.
baseball, so I got to get all my baseball stuff together and school and get ready for the day. So wake up and then it's like a 30-minute drive from where I'm at to get there. But no, it's early, but I get to bed early too, so I'll go to bed at like 8:30.
I bet you're exhausted every night.
Yeah.
Dude, I swear. I mean, it's crazy. Dalton had a personal trainer though when he was in high school. He was there late nights, but them early mornings.
Yeah, when after
is
practice,
crazy,
that was a little
brother.
better.
Do you know any chance now? It depends where state by state. High school football is all different. Do you all have like Saturday morning practices like the day after? Is that what you all do at Cherry Creek?
Yeah, so we're like every once in a while. So we're going Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then like this week, yes, we have a Saturday morning practice.
Cool.
Oh, in the off season, okay.
Yeah, that's crazy, brother, man. Really excited to have you on. I want to give you some numbers here. Like I said, they've probably been spit at you 100 times. Like you said, on these unofficial visits / camp deals. We did some number crunching. Current offensive linemen in the NFL out of your top 4. Now we got Oklahoma at 13. We got Alabama at 10. We got A&M at 7 and Ole Miss at 4. So these teams, they're putting
13,
guys
wow.
in the league. Obviously, rosters are going to probably increase with free agency and mini camps. But, I mean, these teams, I mean, do you look at those numbers and some of the numbers that they're putting in the league as making your decision?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great product. It shows great coaching, and especially if a coach has been there for a long time, it shows how he can develop players. And for sure, I mean, that's a big thing is seeing how many guys you can put in the league. And especially, well, for me, it's more I got to get there first and prove it. But that's a great bonus is seeing those guys and the connections get into the league for sure.
Yeah, you always want something to work towards, to kind of look at the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm sure when you were a kid, you just wanted to be a guy that plays on Friday nights. Then when you got on Friday nights, you wanted to play on Saturdays. Then you're like, okay, I'm gonna play on Saturdays. I want to play on Saturdays on ABC.
Right.
I want to play on ESPN. So okay, so now he's got that check mark. Okay, he's gonna do that. Now I want to play on Sundays. So
yeah,
you got the perfect guy in front of you. I want to kick it to Dalton here. You got a couple more questions before we get you out of here.
Yeah, let me ask you some on-field questions, man. What's your favorite play call? Every player has a favorite play call. What is yours? So you're just absolutely happy when you hear it called. I'm about to dominate this play.
So I got 2. There. I got 2. I love just a nice down block. If I get someone on their hip, usually can get a little pancake but love a down block and love a pull, like flat pull and just catch some guy off the edge. So those are my 2.
Love it.
I like that. Something else I got for you. What's your favorite scheme offensively? Do you have one? Do you have a preferred scheme, or do you not care at all? You just tell me what to run and I'll run it.
Yeah, more like that. I think especially at Creek, we run a lot. We run a lot of different things. We have some different schemes and stuff. And generally, not as much scheme based, but I like to run the ball. I mean, I love run blocking. So it's pass pro is fun, the one-on-ones and stuff. That's cute, but I like run blocking for sure.
Love it.
Less of
Getting
a
nasty.
I feel like run blocking would be more fun as a lineman.
Hell yeah.
mentality,
What?
yeah.
What? Yeah, that seems
I
consensus.
played center, so bro, I loved it when we ran a three. If there was a three tech walking up, and if I knew it was a cage, we called it cage block, center and
Yeah.
guard. That's what we called it, cage block. So we would do a cage block. If I knew I had that angle on him, if I knew my left guard had that angle coming in that down block, oh my god, I'd walk up to the line laughing, bro. I'm like, this is
Sure.
hilarious.
I like pass plays more.
I like the nice middle screen too. Nice
Oh,
middle
yeah.
screen, nice middle. But
Middle looks fun. Yeah.
yeah. And then okay, so you're in Colorado. Sorry, I won't say Colorado ever again. So we had to get a guy. He's a Denver Nuggets fan. By the way.
Yeah,
He's a Jokic
huge
guy.
fan.
You
Then
like Jokic fan?
Yep, I love Jokic. Love basketball, love Jokic, love the Nuggets for sure.
And he's a baseball fan. You're a pitcher as well, right?
pitcher.
Yeah. I mean, I pitched a lot when I was younger. Now, I get a little big for football, so they kind of stick me at first base because I love to hit. But
I was gonna guess first, man. No offense.
no,
you gotta protect the money bags.
I
Man.
mean,
You gotta
285.
protect
If you
the
play any
bag.
other position, that's crazy.
yeah, no. When freshman year, I came in at like solid 225. So I played right field, and I was happy with that. But times changed a little bit, so a little big for right field.
Hey, first is easier, anyways, man.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's love. All right, brother. Well, man, before we get you out of here, I do want to thank you just for joining on. I know we had some technical difficulties at first, but we got you finally on. It's we've been hard to get out of because, brother, you've been working so hard. I mean, you've been out here out of town every other weekend. Do you have any more camps coming up? I know you're down to your last 4, but you're pretty much just focusing on the season.
Yeah, no, sir. I don't have any more camps, and just focusing on the season and excited. It's going to be a good one.
Love it, brother. Well, we're really excited. We're going to be following you every step of the way. Any player that, we cover a lot of quarterbacks. So we did Elite 11 this year. And, man, anybody that we cover, man, we follow every single week. We will check the scoreboards for you every week, brother, and hope to have you on, later in the season.
Yes, sir.
Sir, would love it. Thank you guys so much for having me again.
No problem,
I appreciate
brother.
you for coming
ladies
on.
and gentlemen, that is Jackson Roper, Cherry Creek, Matt McChesney there does not train scrubs, bro. Like he just don't.
I know you were on him early.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, and Roper was a guy who I knew his name for the past 3 or 4 months, but I just couldn't put a face to the name. It's good when you don't know offensive lineman's face because that means you're getting beaten drills if I know your face.
Oh yeah,
you're getting turned around. So I've only seen his back, which is good.
Yeah, you got a point there. Actually, I never thought about that.
I've only seen his back. So